Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, disaster. Vietnam, disaster. Iran, disaster. You might be noticing a pattern. Every single one of these countries was, at some point, helped by the West. Today, we're counting every time that help made things spectacularly, historically, impressively worse. Stick around, because Case 2 somehow managed to be even dumber than this. Iran in 1953 had a democratically elected leader named Mossadegh. He had one big idea, that Iran's oil should belong to Iran. Outrageous, right? Britain didn't think so. They'd been making a fortune off Iranian oil for decades, so they called their friends in Washington and said, "We think he might be a communist." He wasn't, but that was enough. The CIA and MI6 organized a coup, threw out the elected government, and put the Shah back in charge, a king who answered to the West. Iranians spent the next 26 years under an authoritarian regime. Then came the 1979 revolution, then the hostage crisis, then 45 years of sanctions, proxy wars, and, as you saw in episode 1, an actual war. All because someone wanted to keep the oil. If you think that was bad, we haven't even gotten to the country where the same mistake was made twice. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. The US saw an opportunity, fund the Afghan rebels, bleed the Soviets dry. It worked. The Soviets left, the US celebrated, and then completely forgot about Afghanistan. The rebels the US had funded, trained, and armed, some of them became the Taliban. The weapons the US had shipped in, still there. Fast forward to 2001, the US invades Afghanistan to remove the Taliban, spends 20 years, spends $2 trillion, trains a new Afghan army. In 2021, the US leaves. The Taliban takes over in 11 days. 11 days. Still with me? Good, because this next one came with a PowerPoint presentation and everything. 2003, the US tells the world Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. They show satellite photos. They show charts. Colin Powell personally goes to the United Nations. Very professional presentation. Very confident. Completely wrong. The invasion removes Saddam Hussein, which destabilizes the entire region, which creates a power vacuum, which a little group called ISIS fills in 2014. The weapons of mass destruction? Never found. The stable democratic Iraq? Never arrived. The region before and after? Completely unrecognizable. One more, and this one is special because they actually learned nothing from Iraq, literally 8 years later. 2011, Libya's dictator Gaddafi is killing his own people. NATO intervenes, airstrikes, Gaddafi is removed, and then everyone goes home. No plan, no transition government, no stabilization force. Today, Libya has 2 rival governments, multiple armed militias, an active slave trade, and is a major transit route for migrants trying to reach Europe. But at least they got rid of the dictator. Here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. Every single one of these interventions had a reason. Some of those reasons were even genuine, but good intentions and good outcomes are not the same thing, especially when you leave before the job is done, especially when the people making the decisions have never been to the country they're deciding about. The pattern isn't hard to spot. The hard part is figuring out why, after all of this, nobody seems to be looking at the pattern. Maybe they're busy planning the next one. If this made you think, or made you angry, or both, hit subscribe for more videos.